Hello, welcome to Ascension Arcana Tarot. This is Christine with a general weekly reading for the week of July 14th. This is a general reading, so as always, take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, universe, what do my viewers need to know about their week this week? Let's start off with the Witch's Tarot. What do my viewers need to know about their week this week? This is funny. I did a reading for a friend earlier, and this was in her reading. It was also in one of our more recent readings. It was a fumble. There's some cards behind it, but the Eight of Swords is starting off with an energy of like worry and a feeling of powerlessness and being trapped by thoughts, by worries, and by ego. Oh, okay. They are getting chatty. Okay. So these guys came out first. The Eight of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Six of Pentacles. So the Eight of Cups for me is an energy of walking away from something that you've invested in. I really love the visual on this card, because the card that follows this in the tarot, the Nine of Cups, is like basically the card of wishes come true. So this is an energy of it being like difficult to walk away from something that you've invested yourself in. But it's like, little do you know that right around the corner as you're walking away is like all of your dreams come true. The High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles were upside down. Feels like walking away from like a disconnect from yourself and like a power imbalance. So I don't know. I am going to put these guys upside down. I'm really feeling called to read these reversed. I don't usually read reversals, but that's how they fit for me right now. So this could be a romantic relationship. This could be a job. This could just be like a dream. Like anything that you had been working towards or invested in, but that was really causing you to like disconnect from like your true self, from your values, from your power, and was causing like a big power imbalance for you. So it's sad. It almost feels like a situation that kind of turned bad at some point. So maybe something, like I said, like a job or a relationship. It could be a friendship. It could even be like a habit or a pattern that you have. It doesn't necessarily have to be something outside of you. It could be a behavior within you that kind of started off as being beneficial to you, but at some point it kind of turned like sour. And I feel like this is an energy of you like recognizing that. I'm getting like a liberation feeling from this card. So it could be that there is some sadness here in the walking away, only because you've invested yourself so much in it. But at the end of the day, you're like setting yourself free. So sometimes we have to recognize that we've kind of invested in something and it's just not paying out, right? And it's time to walk away and do something different. So the next two cards are the Queen of Pentacles and Karma, which is the Judgment card in the traditional tarot. That's awesome. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is you kind of stepping into your power and your stability. So whatever this was for you, that kind of turned sour. I feel like walking away from it is going to resolve that and set you right back in your power again. This queen is powerful. She's balanced. She's content. She's kind of sitting back and letting her good come to her. She's not chasing anything. And then the Karma card is so powerful. This is a big time card of like a rebirth energy. I love the eclipse. It's like really sticking out to me. So this kind of, in an eclipse, right? When you watch, and it's a solar eclipse, we can see like the corona of the sun. So this is the moon passing in front of the sun here. I feel like it's this darkness passing. So this is maybe a dark moment for you, or kind of like a heavy moment for you. But even 1 minute from now, that disc will be kind of slid a little bit, and then the sun is just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger until all of a sudden the shadow passes. So that's what I'm seeing for you, is like this might feel like kind of a dark or yucky moment, but you're coming back into your power here by allowing yourself to walk away from something that's kind of toxic and like not serving you. I really feel like it's keeping you from your power. The High Priestess for me is like a very spiritual and a very inward card. So she's not taking action. She's sitting on her throne, but she's very active on the inside. She's very intuitive. She's very powerful. Like very wise energy. And then the Six of Pentacles is about generosity, but it can also be about a power balance or power imbalance. And that's what I'm getting from this card reversed, is that power imbalance feeling. So that feeling of being separate and disconnected from like your powerful divine self. And as usual, like I know that the High Priestess is a feminine card, but the gender doesn't really matter. It's just about the energy. That Queen of Pentacles feels like really like a lush, fertile energy to me. There's like a beautiful energy to that card. I love that. All right, universe, what else do my viewers need to know about their week this week? Do you have anything else to say to my viewers about their week this week? Usually we get another chunk of cards as a third row, but there's nothing coming out. Okay, that was a huge fumble. That was not our cards. Okay, that's sweet. It's the Moon card. I like the moon in this deck. So in like the traditional tarot, the vibe of the moon is kind of like it's like a deep kind of creepy card to me. It's about like psychosis and insanity and like lunacy. Like traditionally it kind of has not a very positive connotation, but I also think part of that has to do with, I don't know, like here where I live in the US, I feel like there's often a vilification of emotions by our society, like emotions and kind of being more associated with the feminine, and that not being like as considered as valuable as like logic, right? Like logic and facts here are considered like the pinnacle and emotions are not as valued. So I feel like the moon kind of gets a bad rep because it's a card all about the emotions, right? And it's also a card that's all about the feminine energy. But this one's so beautiful because she's so brave. So I feel like this is you. This is like kind of a similar vibe to this Eight of Cups energy. Where there's like an innocence in the Eight of Cups. The figure kind of looks like a little girl to me. In this one, she's a grown woman, right? She's got these keys. She's got this torch. Like even with the wolves, there's like two wolves right there. And she like doesn't even care. She's just chilling in the woods by herself with like this. Oh, there's another one there too with like this pack of wolves. But she's got everything that she needs. She's like brave. She looks pretty tough. She's got these keys on her belt for whatever reason. Like she's on the journey. She's not afraid. of the darkness, basically. Like, she's not afraid to be in the dark and go through maybe like a dark night of the soul, or make this difficult choice of the Eight of Cups of walking away. So she's not scared of her feelings. She's in this like really beautiful, brave energy. And even with the torch, like bringing this fire and this light to this otherwise kind of dark and potentially scary scene, right? She's just kind of there and owning it and present in her power. It's really beautiful. I feel like whatever this is, this sort of toxic feeling situation that's kind of taken you out of your power, you're just so done with it. Like, this is, I feel like this is your attitude about it at the core. Like, there is some sadness and maybe some regret. I almost wonder if part of the regret is just that you stayed in this situation for so long. This is the energy of you coming out of it. It's just, I feel like you're going to stroll out of this swamp into some village and just be like, hey, I'm here. And everyone's going to be like, how did you not like drown in the swamp or get eaten by wolves or something? And it's because you're badass and amazing. And that's the answer. All right. So showing a bunch of bravery here, leaving a situation that's become toxic and that's no longer for you. Sounds like a pretty good week. And again, like, it could be a situation outside of you, like a relationship or a job. Like, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a friendship. It could be a situation inside of you, like breaking a pattern or habit that you have that's no longer serving you. So there's like lots of ways that this energy could show up. All right, universe, what is your advice for my viewers for this week? Let's see if I can shuffle them. So we have the Six of Wands, the Strength card, and the Ten of Wands. I like that. Okay. So the Six of Wands is a card of victory. Like, I'm drawn to the rainbow. The colors in this deck are really meaningful because so many of the cards are like really black and white. But the rainbow here showing that like the difficult times are ending, that you're in a place of like triumph and winning. So I think focusing on not getting mired down in like the sadness of leaving this and the change, and focusing on the fact that like you're strong and you're moving towards your good. You're moving towards being this Queen of Pentacles, and you're having like a pretty significant rebirth here. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to let those 8 cups go. You have to be willing to let go of this situation that you have invested your time and energy into. The Strength card is very much bouncing off this for me. Even the color, the yellow and orange mirroring like the torch here. I love that. Those two are completely related. So this is about you being brave. This is also Leo. Strength is a card of Leo, and we're moving into Leo season within this week, I think, right? Yeah, like at the end of the week. So I'm wondering if that might be like a timing element for some of you guys, that this is going to happen for you during Leo season. But I really am just feeling from this card, this like strength and this glow up, which is really beautiful. I feel like the sun is also going back to like this karma card, right? With the eclipse. So that moon, that shadow, that darkness of whatever this like kind of toxic situation is passing away and allowing you to kind of glow like under this warm sun. It's really beautiful. I feel like the rose in its mouth too feels like a gift. Like this is your bravery basically like kind of earning you a gift, which is really cool. The Ten of Wands is like laying down a burden that you've been carrying and letting it just be done forever. So I really like this card here, actually. It's the message of this Eight of Cups is like, whatever this situation is for you has become a burden. It's like heavy. And I mean, look at this card. It's like heavy and it's kind of dark and dense. And like, it reminds me of like a crazy, sad rainstorm, be like this soggy, sad day or something. There's like these random sticks all over the place. Like, it's not a nice feeling, but how good it's going to feel for you when you can finally lay down that burden that you've been carrying from staying in this situation. And I love that it's like the 10 because it has an energy to it of like, you really saw this through to completion. Like there's no farther that you could have gone. Oh, sorry. In this situation, there's no farther that you could have carried it. Like, you carried it to, how do I say this? You carried it to like the ending that it was meant to have. Like, this is meant to be the spiritual, on a spiritual level, this was meant to be the ending of that situation. So you carried it to the end and it's perfect. Like, there's nothing left undone here. There was literally nothing else left in that situation for you to gain. So I feel like that might offer some reassurance that like you did it. You really got everything that you needed out of the situation, and that you can be like really proud and feel really safe in that, that you're not missing out on anything. I think that's a good way to say it. You're not missing out on anything. You got everything you needed out of it. And I think part of the purpose of the situation was to catapult you into like a higher level of your personal power here. Because like this Queen of Pentacles and the Karma with like the rebirth energy, and then the Moon with like how fierce and powerful she is, like that's awesome to see that. Like that's what this has kind of catapulted you into, the lessons that you've learned from whatever this represents for you. It's really cool. I feel like there's an energy of like not focusing on what you're losing, but focusing on the future. So even in the card, like this figure has her back turned to the cups that she's walking away from, and she's facing towards like the 9 beautiful stars, or is it 8 stars? Sorry, I can't count. Yeah, 8 stars and the moon in front of her, which is what feels like a really much lighter energy. It's like an energy of hope and energy of brightness. The star card in the tarot is a card of healing and of wishes coming true. And I feel like that's what this kind of glow up energy is for you. We've got the 3 of Wands. It's funny. I was just going to say sometimes we've talked about this before, that sometimes the star can represent like a dream that's still a bit far off. And the 3 of Wands has a similar energy where it's like your dreams come true are like inevitable, right? It's the ship that's safely already pulled into the harbor. And basically at this point, it only needs to be unloaded for you to kind of reap the rewards of its successful voyage. So like all your good, all the juicy, awesome stuff is like right there in that rainbow contained in the sticks. Yeah, I don't feel like it's that far off for you though. It might be a bit of a journey to get there. Maybe just a little heads up that if this doesn't come in right away, not to even give it a second thought, like it's inevitable, it's on its way. Haha, that's so funny. I've been getting a lot of repeating cards today. So it's the High Priestess and the Moon, and we just had the High Priestess and the Moon. So I feel like this is confirmation. I feel like this is confirmation that leaving this situation is kind of righting this energy, right? Because these guys both came out. And this is, I'm noticing the fact that they both have a crescent moon there. That's cool. The High Priestess on this card does too, on the columns. And then The moon card on here is a crescent as well. This time I have not seen the moon in real life, so I'm not sure if that's the phase that we have or not right now. But anyways, I feel like this is you empowered and like allowing yourself to be this. I have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. I'll talk about that next. And both of these energies, if this resonates for you, they're like very feminine energies. They're very emotional energies. They're very intuitive. They're very psychic. Yeah, this is like big power. That's really cool. It feels to me like a reclaiming. It feels to me like, and again, like take this if it resonates, but it feels like somehow you felt like out of your femininity. Maybe you like, all right, let me think of how to explain this. In my spiritual work, we talk about like divine masculine energy and divine feminine energy. And again, not necessarily related to like biological gender or sex, but just energies, right? The feminine energy tends to be kind of like softer, more receptive, and the masculine energy tends to be like more active. It makes me wonder if there was a way that you were acting that was sort of like counter to your feminine energy and sort of knocked you out of balance a little bit. So this could be like, for example, it doesn't have to be this. So, I'm just kind of giving you an example to try and help you understand the energy. Like this could be like a job where you had to be maybe really aggressive. And that was somehow going against your ability with like that divine feminine energy to just be receptive. It feels like that's where the power kind of got knocked out of balance. So this is totally feels like kind of righting that balance and really surrendering to that feminine energy and really being able to like feel in power there. Like the power of surrendering. It's like really beautiful. This is the opposite. These two cards together feel like the opposite to me of this High Priestess and Six of Pentacles reverse. So it's beautiful. It's you having like a glow up and like feel like an expanding energy and a surrendering energy. Yeah. I wish I could describe what I'm feeling right now. I'm trying to think like, it's like you're in a really big room and you used to be just like a little speck in the room. But as you're healing into this energy, you like almost sigh and like your energy expands and like takes up the whole space. It's like not only surrendering to this energy, but expanding in it and just owning it and being in complete peaceful power there. This is a beautiful energy. I love that. And as you expand into that divine feminine energy, allowing the universe to bring to you the things that you're manifesting. Just like the Queen of Pentacles. But you're really brave. Like you're really, really brave in doing this. I love it. You're fierce. I love your energy. This is a good one. So the Ace of Wands, like look at that glow up. Seriously, this was the one on the bottom of the card. Compared to the other cards, it's like, whoa. That's funny. I was even talking about expanding, right? Like look at these lines. It's like this one little skinny wand and they could have just left the card like that, but they drew these like radiant lines of light that the energy is expanding all the way across this card. That's so funny. I didn't consciously think of that, but this card is like showing the energy that I was trying to describe. That's beautiful. The Ace of Wands, for me, represents manifestation. It's like a card of kind of being given the green light, of creation, of like, fiery passion and a passionate new beginning. It's like really beautiful. Yeah, this definitely feels like new beginning energy for whoever is in this collective that I'm reading for. and kind of like recognizing your worth, like realizing that this situation with the High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles reverse, like this situation was taking you away from your true self, and it wasn't authentic for you, and it's just not resonating anymore, and it's like you're just done with it. You kind of just don't want to take it anymore. It's beautiful. It like catapults you into this really sweet glow up. I love it. All right. I have the Sufi Wisdom deck, so we'll see if there are any messages for you in here. What messages do my viewers need for their week this week? What message do my viewers need? Yeah, open mind. Replace the old cycle with a new and exciting one. Well, there you go. I like that. It's like this radiant eye. That's really beautiful. I mean, that's what this reading is about, is letting go of this old pattern situation, whatever's going on over here, letting go of it and just allowing like this transformation and sort of your leveling up on the way, like leveling up on the journey to releasing that and letting in whatever's next. It's beautiful. I do see if any animal messages want to come out. I've been seeing a lot of cool animals lately, so I felt called to use this deck. One of my favorites, I saw Mother Turkey and her little baby the other day. That was like adorable. We got 2. We got 3. We got Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. I think I maybe need to scoot these guys over so I can make some room. We got Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. And Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. I feel like the lion, I don't know if this will resonate for you guys. It's resonating for me. Lions are like such a powerful symbol for me. I feel like that's an animal message as well. So Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery. I feel like that's sort of similar to like that emotional energy that I was picking up on, like the mystery of the human psyche, basically. Like you can study psychology your whole life and, you know, never really understand, right, what makes people tick. It's cool. So being willing to let it be a mystery, like this girl who's leaving the cups, it is a mystery. Like she doesn't know what's ahead of her. Little does she know that in the tarot, it's like one of the most wonderful wishes come true cards that comes next, right? She doesn't know that. She's just being brave and kind of leaving this thing that no longer resonates for her. So letting it be a mystery and just like walking into the mystery. I feel like that's where this moon and this strength card come in with like the bravery. I think it takes a lot of bravery to move into the unknown, especially when you're leaving something known. We've talked about that before. That even if it's toxic, it might feel comfortable just because it's known, right? It's familiar. Swan Spirit, time for a deep dive. I love that. I'm drawn to the fact that she even has like a little crown on her head. That's so cute. That is resonating for me actually with the High Priestess, being a card of the intuition. So I don't know if that will resonate for anybody. The crown chakra, if you've been doing like any crown chakra meditations, or if that might be helpful for you. And if you're going to be doing that, make sure that you're grounding as well, because that energy can get kind of heady. And this is definitely a spiritual journey here that you're going to want to be grounded for. But taking a deep dive is similar too. It's like you're diving into your psyche, basically. You're diving into your reserves of strength and your bravery. And really being willing to just like dive in and make that change or let this situation go. And then the Spider Spirit, make your dreams real. I love that. That's such a feminine energy too, the spider. I remember I have a friend who kept seeing spiders, and we like researched spider symbolism for her. So I wonder if there might be a message here for her too. But making your dreams real, like that's the conclusion here around the high priestess and the moon. Like by the time that you get to this point on your path here this week, you're gonna just be in this like most divine, in this most divine space of like feminine power, and just like radiating that and like expanding that so much. I feel like the spider web is resonating for me with like these radiant lines on the Ace of Wands, where it's like your energy is so big. Like I said, it's kind of like filling that room, right? And it's like a spider web where it's just gonna like catch all of the good things that are like coming to you, because your presence, your energy is like so big and expansive. It's like you're turning from a teeny little target to like this big target. And the universe has really good aim, but it's like the universe has to have even less aim to like give you your stuff and have it kind of like stick to you. I'm like totally digging this energy of the high priestess and the moon. It's so peaceful and it's so surrendered. It's really beautiful. So that feels super complete. I hope that resonates. If you liked this reading, please like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment. Any interactions that you do with my page help me as I'm growing my channel, and I appreciate it very much. I hope to see you guys on Wednesday for our romance reading. Thank you. Bye.